Well, we can kick over to news here. We had some like late breaking news today.
Bombshell.
That'll be the first time we kick it off. Yeah, the bombshell. Phil Spencer is retiring from Microsoft, and Sarah Bond has resigned. So
resigned or told she was resigning?
Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit before we started recording.
Yeah, it's a little bit of that.
Well, I have to imagine, like, for someone like her, she was basically in the position where, like, she was probably all but guaranteed to take over when Phil Spencer retired.
It really seemed like that's what they were setting it up as.
Exactly. And I think this is more of a Satya Nadella decision because the person that is taking over is formerly of their AI division. And that's the direction Microsoft as a whole is going towards anyways.
So the next Xbox will just be a co-pilot box, finally.
Probably.
Oh, man, I'm so excited. That sounds exciting.
When does my Gemini box come? I'm pumped.
So I don't know. And with Phil Spencer leaving, he leaves kind of a tarnished legacy, you know? Like he had a good run and then it turned into a bad
He
one.
was the person who saved it. Like, remember, like we talked about it all the time. Yes. He saved it from the Don Matrick, like colossal fuck up error of what year was that? 2000, whatever,
2013.
Yeah. He managed to turn everything around. He seemed like he actually gave a shit. He tried to make the games. He wore the funny T-shirts.
Well, remember the first thing he did was he took the Kinect out.
Well,
that was the first decision. No, it shouldn't have been.
And I mean, like, honestly, was kind of huge at the time. At least he was on like popular podcasts at the time, the Giant Bombcast and stuff like that was pretty significant for somebody that high up at a video game company.
Yeah,
he really helped kind of like give a personality to that brand, and it worked. It really worked.
We talked
really
about it a lot.
for
like
a while.
He was one of him and that's when the tribes were together, and him and then Reggie and who was it at the time? Sean Layden. They would hang out and actually talk about stuff, and they didn't hate each other, and it really felt like everybody had their own space, and it was just okay to like video games.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Microsoft decided to turn the car off the cliff as fast as they could.
Well, they went the route with Game Pass, and then like I said, and I've said for a while, I think their heavy push into AI is what's kind of killed the brand.
Well,
the last couple of years.
But there's been so many steps leading towards that.
There has been
the whole like this is an Xbox where we're encouraging you not to play Xbox games on an Xbox, and then a year later, it's we're just going to start releasing our games on other systems. So now it's like we're doubling down on the fact that you don't want to buy it.
At first
and then it's like, we're going to raise the price of our systems.
Yeah,
and it's just like, what is happening?
They've done that 3 times now.
Yeah.
I mean, you spend that much money for Activision Blizzard, like you would think that
you would think that spending that much money on Activision Blizzard to buy Call of Duty and Diablo and everything would signify that you are going to actually give a shit about video games.
Yeah.
Like actually like putting stuff out and taking ownership of something and building a brand around. We have Call of Duty. We have Diablo. We have this. We have Tony Hawk. We have this, that.
We are video games.
But it almost, it's like that was the thing that flipped it the complete opposite way.
Yeah.
They just became a third-party publisher, basically.
They became a publishing house.
And like, I see why they're doing it. I mean, Forza Horizon 5 is making them so much money on PS5, and like the stuff that they've released there.
We're talking about releasing stuff that's been out for years on another system and being the top pre-ordered game every fucking month.
Yeah.
Like, but I understand where it's coming from, but they push it so hard that they really just like bomb their own system, and they really don't seem to care. Because I read something today where they're turning Xbox into an icon you click on your desktop. That's what it is now. It's not a game console. It's not an entertainment. Remember, Xbox One was an entertainment system for your house. You could run your cable box through it. Like they really tried to make it like.
I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that.
They really tried to make it like this goes in your entertainment center and it's just part of your setup.
Yeah. And it just controls everything.
Right.
Yeah.
They turned on that. Like they turned.
So I think you're the only person I knew that actually had it set up through your cable box.
Yeah, I remember that now. Gosh, yeah.
I had a cable box.
Deep cut.
Yeah.
And it was just like turning on my TV meant turning on my Xbox. I was the literal consumer they were trying to reach.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
then they turned on it. They stopped giving a shit. Like it would run bad. The system over time just got clunkier and clunkier with like how the app screen works and where things are and how it's updated. And
how many times did we have to switch out those, like before they did the redesign, like the original VCR looking Xbox One, at least 3 times? Yeah,
Fat Boys were terrible.
I think I had to do mine at least 3 times because it would just get slow.
That system was half fan and it ran like crap.
Yeah.
Like that's why it was so goddamn big. Is half of it was a fan, and it's still overheated. But at the same time, when they made those slims, it really felt like they hit on it. And the Xbox One X, it really felt like this is a damn good console for what it is. But it turns out that's the last good one they're ever going to make.
And
I mean,
it remains one of the best 4K players you can get.
Yeah. I will say, like, I think the Series X is a really well-made machine. It's just unfortunate, like the support behind it now is
the hardware is not the issue
right now.
Yeah.
Like I said, the last game that I played on the Series X was Doom: The Dark Ages, and then I haven't played a game through on the Xbox since. I've just played everything on PlayStation or PC.
Speaking of the Dark Ages, anybody else surprised how quickly that game dropped to like $25?
Not really. It didn't sell very well when it came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It did? Okay.
Not like the first two.
Yeah. I was surprised because I feel like the past 2 Doom games stayed expensive for a minute.
Yeah.
And this one
is a solid game. It just
I'll play it.
I think the Dark Ages part really, I don't think that hook really got it.
I think it was too different from what I think if Doom just kept being Doom, I think people would still be into it. Like a new space station, new enemies. Like I think that's all it would have taken. But I think what happens is a lot of times game companies try to make that big swing. We're like Far Cry Primal is a good example. It's like, what if we took all of the gun stuff and we just took it out?
Well, for this, it's like they went in the Army of Darkness territory for it, and that was taking it too far in one direction that I don't think a lot of people wanted it to go. So, but
this news today, though, man, it really kind of feels like this is it.
It does.
Like we've been talking about it for a long time. Like, what are they going to possibly do? Are they going to make a new system? I can tell you right now, they're not making a new system anymore.
You don't think the $1,200 to $1,500 system they keep talking about is going to see the light of day?
Not unless it's literally like a Copilot box, and they're like, we're going to AI generate video games in real time.
In front of you,
and it'll cost $2,500 because we need to get some RAM in there.
Man,
I don't know how anyone like from like a consumer like place could see this as a good thing or have any faith in what is about to happen. Where they finally just say we're packing it up. Like we're gonna
the funny thing
make
is
Nintendo Switch 2 games now, guys. We're good.
I asked myself yesterday. Because I load up and look through that IGN app all the time, and I saw that it's like we're on the like whatever their Xbox podcast is called, the podcast Unlocked. I think. We're on episode like 730, and I thought to myself like, what is there to discuss as an Xbox only centric podcast in 2026?
Yeah, are some of those episodes like 4 minutes long?
Yeah,
well, guys, nothing happened.
What is there to discuss?
Bye.
Yeah,
I mean, their Nintendo podcast survived the Wii U, so I mean, they found shit to talk about.
Well, they had the 3DS though. They still had the 3DS at that time.
Yeah,
it's true. Yeah.
But so I guess maybe they're just talking about the Xbox ROG Ally all the time is what they're talking about, right?
Yeah,
they do talk about that
super
a lot.
Popular Xbox ROG Ally,
$1,000, handheld.
I will say, as somebody who I am primarily an Xbox gamer because I've been so deep in the infrastructure. That's just what my buddies were doing when I got back into video games in 2011 with the 360, and it just kind of went that way.
Yeah,
man, like I am an apologist because I've invested a lot of money in having that stuff, and man, just every announcement, every news thing that comes out, it's sad. It's just like
It's like one gut punch after another.
Yeah, and it's like I try so hard because like at the end of the day, video games are dumb and silly, and it's just like a thing that you enjoy.
Right.
But man, they make it hard. they make it hard to enjoy it.
It's just like
it's harder because I feel like they had all of the goodwill in the world. They had all of it
at the end of the 360 era. They had everything they could have wanted. They somehow like you were never going to be better than Nintendo. You just couldn't be. But they somehow had pulled themselves at minimum bare even with Sony, which seemed like an impossible task. Entering with the Xbox against the PS1 and the PS2. But then Sony, shot themselves in the dick pretty hard with the PS3 launch. And it was there for them, like it was there for them to take, and they took it.
Cell processor.
And then they just like couldn't figure out how to do it again. And it's just like Ryan said, every news thing now it's not good news. Like nothing that comes
the only time that it's good news is for PlayStation gamers who now get to play.
The good news is we're putting Forza on PlayStation. Yeah. Like, and one of the craziest part about this is like we just had that direct a couple weeks ago. Fable and all Fable and all that stuff. It's like cool. None of those people like. How do you believe that Fable studio is safe? What if she goes to her?
I don't think any
what if
of
she
those
goes to Copilot and says, "Copilot, should we publish Fable?" And Copilot says, "No."
Oh,
probably not.
Oh.
Do you
what
think
if Copilot says, "Give us another Suicide Squad"?
Yeah, okay, hang on.
That's what the people want.
I want
That'd be one of those
Copilot to
prompts
say
where it says, "I can't do that prompt. I'm sorry."
It needs to give us another Viva Pinata. That's what it needs to actually give us.
That's a good point. On
Give
PlayStation.
me more Viva Pinata. Oh God, I would lose it if I got Viva Pinata on PlayStation.
Imagine if they just remastered Viva Pinata one. Why isn't that's a good question?
That's fine.
Why isn't Rare Replay on PlayStation yet?
Right. At this point, who cares? Right? Give me Viva Pinata. I swear to God.
It's probably more of a licensing thing.
What license?
Would be
they
my
own
assumption.
all of it.
True, but don't they have to license it out to Sony to be able to put it there?
I think they own it. They could just publish it for that system.
I want to hang out with my Fudge Hogs.
That's the only way you'll get any Perfect Dark on PlayStation.
Fudge Hog was my nickname in college, by the way.
Well,
of course.
Still is, I think. Just play the DS version, Eric.
There you go.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll get that one.
That'll run well.
It's actually pretty good, to be fair. But
it's just it's crazy because the last year I've basically migrated off of that platform to the point, like even the other day, my fiance.
Kyle, you were the eternal Microsoft.
I was the eternal Microsoft apologist.
Yeah, they lost you.
I was for a long time, and I'm at a point now where I hate the fact that I don't like it. I wish I could still like Xbox. I just I can't
because I will say like playing on the actual console, and there's always going to be a sense of just personal preference. Mm-hmm. I find it to be I love getting around the console. I love the controller. Mm-hmm. When you play the games on there, they play well. It's all the other bullshit around it. Like like there's no. I mean, it's been talked about to death, but there's no reason, especially now that they're putting all the games on PlayStation as well. There's no reason not to get a PlayStation instead. Like there's zero reason because And I honestly, I don't think Microsoft cares because they get the money for the sale on PS5 too. So who gives? It just sucks for
and they have to do no work.
Yeah, it just sucks for people like me who have put 15 years of their gaming. That's just what I've primarily. If a game comes out on all the systems, I get it on Xbox because I have my gamer score and all the.
That's what I used to do too for a long time.
Shit.
My account turned 20 years old last year.
I had Xbox Live day one.
Mm-hmm.
On original Xbox with the weird headset that plugged into the top of the controller and the big box with the code and But
and played Uno, and it was a life-changing experience.
This is original Xbox, dude.
Right. I'm sorry.
I was playing Mech Assault and what else was even on there?
Could you do Halo?
Obviously, Dead or Alive. I played a lot of. Yeah, man. Because it's just like Xbox has Xbox games and PlayStation has PlayStation and Xbox games. It's just why
it was fun when we could like all three companies, but also like laugh at each company's weird idiosyncrasies.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they all had them in their own way, but like all three of them had something for everybody, really. So now it's feels like Nintendo is kind of losing. Not losing, but they sell well, but they're not really doing everything that
Nintendo
they used to do in terms of innovating.
They're just like stagnant and they don't seem to care.
Yeah, they're not innovating.
It's really
not at all. Yeah.
I have yet to buy another Switch 2 game.
They don't make Switch 2 games, dude. They make Switch games
garbage.
that play on Switch 2.
Yeah.
And then they charge you $10 extra. Yeah, Xenoblade. Doing it again. Look at that. Weird.
You know what the really funny thing about Xenoblade is I actually finally cracked like a week prior and ordered a copy of that on Woot because that was one of the last Switch games I never got a physical copy of. And then they announced this with that upgrade. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll actually look at it. But
so what, a $5 upgrade for that one?
Yeah, it's only $5. So it's not like a huge
I mean, that whole thing's been insane too. Like I love my Switch 2. It's fun. Like the stuff looks great compared, but it's just like, why do some games get a free upgrade? Why do some games get a $20 upgrade? Why are some games a $5 upgrade? Why are some games no upgrade?
There's no rules for like how that system works for anything. Why are some games published on card? Why are some games not? Why are some games from the same company published on card and also not?
Why are some of them $80 but other ones are $70?
Right. Why do these cards taste bad?
Well, we know that. It's because kids eat them.
We know why. Yeah.
Dan Reichert taught us that.
Yeah, because Dan Reichert and Jeff Gerstmann put them in their mouths. That's why they taste bad.
All of them?
That's why, because adults put game cartridges in their mouths.
I don't
never hear about kids eating game cartridges. It's only like 40-year-old adults.
40-year-old men. Yeah.
I think my final nail was when they raised the Game Pass price up to $30, and I just was like, this isn't for me. It just wasn't valuable anymore, so I let it run out, and then because I looked at it and like when it was coming up in October, I kind of was like, oh, I'll do 3 more. I found a code right before the price change went up. I went did 3 more months to the end of January. I played nothing on it in that 3 months.
Yeah,
it was
I brought mine down to the base or the essential or whatever it is. And again, I'm a Xbox sicko. That's what I put my. And even I'm just like, fuck. Like
the problem,
I have $30. Like it's not even, it's like, that's not nothing money, but it's like if they were giving me something to care about, I could justify $30 to really get it, but they're not. They just aren't.
The problem with what Game Pass became is when it was $15, they told you it was about the value. Like it's all like $15, it's the value, and then they raised it to $20 and told you, well, it's about the value. And then at $25, it's about the value. It's like the value the value's not changing.
But they haven't added.
You didn't add anything. How could the value go up?
Exactly.
You're not releasing anything. Like, wow.
Well, that was a huge increase because they jumped from 20 to 30.
Yeah,
20 to 30.
There was no 25.
Yeah, so 20 to 30. It's about the value. No, it isn't. What's the value? A port of a remaster of Oblivion? That was the value? Those people are just going to buy Oblivion.
Yeah, I bought it.
Right. It's just, that's not.
I did too. Day one. It's like the only game I bought day one in the last 5 years.
It's not a Game Pass seller.
No.
Is Halo Infinite Game Pass seller? Is that the value? No.
No.
I would tell you that the Oblivion remaster again sells to 40-year-old men.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just I'll be curious to see like how it plays out, but it just really feels like the actual true end.
I think she already promised. Well, I'm not going to just fill it with like AI slop. It's like, yes, you
that's
are.
Totally what you're.
Don't call it slop.
Don't call it slop. But
it is.
That's all Microsoft wants to do now.
I mean, that bubble's that's a whole different conversation than this podcast, probably. But how much of our just like the general health of the economy of the United States is please don't have this fail.
Yeah.
If this fails, we're all dead.